BNP Paribas, partenaire des plus belles histoires de Roland-Garros, aux côtés des ramasseurs de balles depuis plus de 50 ans.
Well, yeah, very happy to be here again in Paris. Feel like I've gotten some very good prep. I had a great training week where I was able to relax and make sure I come here nice and fresh and ready to hopefully play some good tennis and go on a deep run.
Questions, please.
Obviously, Katie got a win on the clay last week. That wasn't always necessarily her favourite surface. In terms of clay, do you feel like that sort of inspires you to do even better on the clay than you have done previously?
Well, yeah, now she's got something that she can put over my head for a very, very long time, is that she's officially got a title on clay and I don't. So looks like I'm going to have to, ask her a couple tips here and there, and she's officially the clay specialist in the relationship now.
Hi Alex, what do you expect for this year's tournament? What are your goals in this tournament?
Well, look, I'm feeling good about my game. I think I've become a completely different version on this surface over the last couple of years, and I feel like it is a tournament where I can do some damage. Obviously, it is a Grand Slam, and it's never easy by any means. But look, I'm going to keep my head down, and hopefully, the plan is to be in Paris for a long time. Let's just say that. I don't want my trip in Paris to be a short one.
Hi Alex, you're here in Paris. What are you expecting from the French crowd and the French atmosphere?
I'm expecting them to be very loud, like we usually hear every time here in Paris. Obviously, the French public is very passionate, and they support their home players, with a lot of passion, as they should. And well, I'm not playing a French player just yet, so for the time being, I'm safe.
Hi Alex, I believe you had a lucky charm last year at the tournament with a young kid supporting you. Have you made plans to contact this kid? Are we going to see him again? Are you going to have another lucky charm this year, basically?
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, last year with Paul was amazing. We went on a pretty cool journey. Paul was, we kept in contact, and Paul came to support me in Paris as well at the end of the year. So, the plan obviously is to keep that tradition going, and yeah, hopefully I can win many matches, and he can be there to support.
Hi Alex, when you kind of talk about being a different version of yourself on the clay, could you just expand on that a little bit? Like, what is it that's brought that about? Has it been one specific thing, or sort of a general rising of all areas of your game and the surface?
Yeah, I think it's been understanding my game on the clay. Over the years, at least the very start of my career, I used to struggle a fair bit. I think there's an element of me getting physically stronger that obviously helped me out a lot, but also understanding what I can do on a clay court to be effective. And obviously there's things that I need to adapt and change, and that's play with a little bit more spin and height, but still understanding that there's a lot of things that I can do on a clay court to hurt my opponents, and understanding the balance between, being too passive and too aggressive. So it's been kind of finding that happy medium that now I feel very comfortable on the surface, and doesn't matter who I play, I think, I'm in for a good shot.
So you obviously play a very energetic game, you're known for your speed, your fitness. Just wonder how you fuel before matches, during matches, even after, because obviously you're getting through a hell of a lot of work.
Well, Look, I think I'll probably give the same boring answer that every other player does before matches. Before matches, it's extremely boring. It's just anything plain, whether it's plain pasta with olive oil or plain rice with olive oil. That's always the key. Now, for me at least, I tend to eat a lot. I like my food. So normally when it's dinner time, I'm definitely a guy that will have an entree, have a main, and potentially share another main with one of my team members. Yeah, depending on the day, for sure.
And is that fine? You can take all of that?
Yeah, I mean, so far it's worked out. Over the years, I've gained a little bit more weight and more muscle. So what I tell myself is I've got to feed the muscles, right?